right, good morning and happy Monday, tribe. Welcome to the donut shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard paradise. All right, it is Monday after a long weekend. My weekends are not used for recovery, that is for sure, but so be it. You're trying to change the world, you miss some sleep. So who's out here today? Anyone? Here we go. Hey, Kimberlyn. Hey, Surrender, man. How are you? Doing all right with the doggo? I like your dog. Hey, Kimberlyn. You don't have the kitten anymore, though, do you, Kimberlyn? It's in San Antonio somewhere. Oh, yeah. Did you have a good time in San Antonio? It's a great city. Hey, Donna. Yep, more rains are coming. Alan, good morning. Sherry, hello. Charles. The tribe gathers. A little imaginary bell above the imaginary door goes ding ding every time someone walks in. Hey, Kimberly, Jennifer. Whoa, Lenore. Man, there are mosquitoes out here, but so be it. I refuse to accept mosquitoes in my universe. They can fly around, but they're not going to bite me. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Hey, Cleo, good morning. Hey, Coffee, good morning, Coffee. Buy coffee. Yeah. So I was up in Dallas teaching up there last Saturday. Good time. And then yesterday was the daily battle with Minnie Weather, trying to turn her into a fully functioning adult. It has its ups and downs. So she was going to take classes at community college this summer, and they're starting today. And she applied, and something got rejected. There's like some paperwork flaw, and she didn't bother to actually follow up with it. So now I'm not sure what's happening, but so be it. All right, hey Cleo. Oh, I already said hello, Cleo. Hey Jennifer. Hey Darlene. Kelsey. Good morning. Going for your walk soon? Your walk soon? Hey Mom, Dad's here. Hi Mom. Hi Dad. Good morning, tribe. Nice sunny, hot, muggy morning. It's definitely hot and muggy here. Not so much sunny. We got lots of thick gray clouds cruising overhead. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kimberlyn. Kitty found a new home. Also made it through my first escape room. Cool. You said, what was it, like 6 minutes to spare? Cool. It's such an interesting concept. Let's walk you in a room. You have to solve these puzzles to get out. And humans are going, yes, I will pay you for this. And it's like, okay. Cool. Hey, Chris. Good morning. How's the baby? Whew. Yeah. It's a stressful week this week. I got a lot going on. Well, I always got a lot going on, but 9 o'clock this morning, I will be doing a live interview with the Instagram person, the Muscle Maven, Canadian lady. And she's into fitness and caveman stuff. Hey, Alexi, good morning. So, yeah, the Muscle Maven at 9 o'clock this morning. Like I said, doing a live thing. We'll be talking about the benefits of sage. She is mainly a carnivore diet person, but she understands the importance of medicinal plants. And so she's having me on multiple times, kind of as a reoccurring guest thing now, if it goes well this morning, to promote, the medicinal uses of plants, because, hey, that's what I do. So, yeah, definitely the Muscle Maven on Instagram. Whoa, curious. Okay, we got an update here. The baby is good. She's becoming more and more mobile. She likes to roll out of her boppy, and I'm not entirely ready for this. Oh, man, if you think this is bad, wait until she takes your vehicle for the first time and drives off alone. Oh, well. Enjoy it. It's better that they can do that than they can't. Hey, Kiri, good morning. Hey, Dion, good morning. How you doing about the horse? I'm assuming you're still feeling pretty down. 40 years is a long time to spend with, an animal or a person for that matter. Hey, Charles R., good morning. Too hot. Wish it would rain some more. Jokes, just jokes. Yeah. Ooh. And now the cold breeze just started in here. So, like, the temperature just dropped like 3 degrees. I am just watching these clouds go by, wondering at what point am I going to retreat indoors. Yeah, so the Muscle Maven today at 9. Tomorrow, of course, the Urban Harvest online presentation. So pop over to Foraging Texas upcoming classes. You can see how to sign up for that, so you can learn about edible weeds in your yard and what they tell you about your soil. Talk to the weeds. And then Wednesday, I'll be doing a thing for what's called Toolbox for Teens, where it is an organization devoted to teaching teens the things that they don't learn anymore. And I will be talking about poison ivy. So, but that's just for teens. Anyway, and then after that, a little bit of break, and then Saturday down at the Texas San Jacinto Battleground Museum. Hey, Laura, good morning, tribe. Ottawa is hot, real hot, hotter than the 4th of July hot. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to imagine Canadian hot versus, like, say, Texas hot. And I'm thinking there's still a pretty big difference. All right, Kelsey, never thought I'd have too many peaches from my tree, but this year has been a bumper crop due to our deep freeze. Over 4 dozen so far. Time to learn how to make peach jelly. Peach jam. Ah! Funny you say that, Chris. I was wondering if you've done research into ashwagandha. I'm tempted to try it, but I hear it can create apathetic attitude as a side effect. So, yeah, ashwagandha is kind of interesting in that it has been shown to help generate strength and musculature. The apathetic side, though, it's highly overrated. Now, it is in the serenity pill because what some people call apathy, some people call calm. And depending on your point of view, the effect generally is more of a calming, non-sedative. It doesn't make you sleepy, but it just helps you kind of bring your reactions into line with the stimulus. But yeah, it's in the serenity pill. So if you have other specific questions about it, I can try and answer those. Hey, wow, hundreds this week. Yeah, it was getting hot yesterday afternoon, but Amarillo, or no, you're out in Midland. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one. Deanna. Okay. Dion. Thanks for asking about the horses. I can finally go out and play with the other horses. Getting better. He was one of the great ones. I can only imagine. I'm sorry. Okay, more info on the teen class, please. So if you look up the Toolbox for Teens org, I think it's .org. Try .com, try .net, but yeah, I don't have it saved on this computer. I'll dig up some information and post it after the donut shop, okay? Jonathan, hello from YouTube. I've been banned for 30 days on Facebook for acknowledging that Facebook spread COVID misinformation. Yeah, you can tell who's in charge by who you can't call out. All right. Oh, cool. Kiri, I have already improved the soil in my vegetable garden. The grass is so green. I guess you get a lot of like animal poop to help you out there. Okay, BJ, when and how do I harvest my spearmint and peppermint to store? Okay, so with the mints, in this case, the flavoring mints, like the peppermint and the spearmint, try and harvest it before the flowers appear. So, however, let it grow. Okay, so Let me see. So I like to take 6-inch pieces off. So if it is more than 12 inches tall, ideally, to take 6 inches to let this dry and hang then. So if you're taking 6 inches, you need it to be at least 12 inches. And let that go. Then just hang, dry it 2 weeks, someplace cool, dry, out of the sun, out of any heat sources, so it can just, the cell walls can break down some, release the moisture. After that, strip off the leaves, put it in an airtight jar, keep the jar in a cupboard, or use a brown jar, say, medicine man pill jar, and put the dried crushed leaves in the jar. The brown is to keep, again, the ultraviolet light from damaging the compounds, but you can also just put it in a cupboard and only pull it out when you need it. Wow, okay, Ottawa hot is 91 degree, 91.4. We sometimes at 100. It was snowing in Ontario last week. Hey, we got houses for sale down here in Texas, Laura. Just saying. Good question, Kimberly. So, Dion, what was the name of your horse? First jalapeno from the garden. They're very spicy. I was very excited about them. So I bet with all the water we've had, that kind of increased the spiciness of the jalapeno, because the capsicum, I never know how to say it. The plant mainly uses it for antifungal properties, and so they've shown if the soil is more damp around the hot peppers, they produce more of that as extra protection against the fungus. So keeping the soil somewhat on the damp side will increase the heat of the pepper. And Lord knows we've been on the damp side. I knew it was coming, Kiri. Animal poop and dead leaves. We all drank. All right, good question, Kelsey. Is the Serenity safe for pregnancy? Honestly, I don't recommend any of my stuff during pregnancy. Most of these herbs, there's usually at least 1 or 2 things in there that is pretty powerful. And remember, the kid is much smaller than the baby, or the baby is much smaller than the person, so they're getting a bigger dose. So, yeah, not only are most, really, I don't recommend any of my products for nursing or pregnant women or nursing women. For the same reason with the nursing, again, the kid can be receiving a much larger dose than would be good for him or her, and then also a number of them can change the flavor of the milk. So if you're pregnant or nursing, not the time to be taking Medicine Man products. The name of the horse was Dancer. Pretty name. Hey, Melanie's here. Good morning. Oh, I took some cuttings from my mom's rose bush. How do I root them successfully? I'm the wrong person to ask for advice on that. I've never tried rooting the roses. I know Carson Parker, the guy that had the office next to me for years, back at BJ Services and Baker Hughes, he used to root roses. My understanding, I'm going purely on memory here, taking some of the green, cuttings and sticking them in like the peat moss or the coconut coconut fiber stuff, keeping that damp and keeping it, kind of zip tied around the stalk of the rose. So if you had like a foot long section of rose, I believe, look it up online, but he'd snip off, all but like maybe the last cluster of leaves up at the top and have most of it in the bag of damp, like I said, peat moss or the coconut fiber type stuff, and leave it in there for months for it to develop roots. All right, you're in Dallas till tomorrow. Truck Driver Haven, Dallas, Texas. Alright, out walking around, found some white sweet clover. You listed as a blood thinner. Would it be good in a heart health tea? Yeah, if you have high blood pressure, yes. But also keep in mind that if you are on some other sort of blood thinner, like warfarin or something, they will work synergistically and you will have problems stopping bleeding, which means you could bruise easily or if you get cut. But yeah, if you're not on any blood thinners, including aspirin, yeah, it's a good thing for just kind of reducing the stress of your heart, because when you thin the blood, it takes less force to pump it through. Stay hydrated too. Hey Doug, good morning. Hey Rexana, oh, did you cheat? Nope, it's still the same picture. Hey Kelly, good morning. Bernice, hello. Kelsea, yep. Nothing to say. It might be, but especially right now, with quite frankly the legal sides of it, if anything happens to a baby, the lawyers will seek out everyone who said anything different than the common knowledge. And so yeah, gotta protect myself too, unfortunately. Alright Kelsey, have a good walk. Hey B, good morning. How are you today? Welcome to the donut shop. Oh, great question, Chris. When people talk about the blood-brain barrier, do they have a point, or is it just buzzwords to sound intelligent? No, it is an actual physical structural membrane that surrounds the blood vessels in the brain that only allow certain things through. This was back in the medicinal chemistry classes. Getting things through this blood-brain barrier was extremely tricky and really limited the ability to treat the brain with medicinally, pharmaceutically. So yeah, it is an actual structure that really does block a lot of chemicals from getting from the blood into the brain. Now, the people who know about it are generally intelligent, but yeah, it is an actual physical structure. I have two goats who don't like jalapenos but love habaneros. But a goat I sold years ago loved jalapenos but not habaneros. Weird. Hey, Dara, you're welcome. How to root roses. Yeah, rah, hurrah, roses. If you can't do it, no one can. I like that. That's probably the cleanest joke you've ever told, Melanie. Hey, Dina. Good morning. Hey, Johnny. Good morning. And John Mark. Hello, hello. And regular John. I shouldn't say regular John, but it's just John Mark and John. Okay, I think Texas houses might be more affordable. A small 4-bedroom home in my neighborhood is $1.4 million, but that's $1.4 million Canadian, which is about $1 million in Texas money. Looking at those prices made my stomach hurt. Well, until you sell. But right now it is a seller's market because everyone is moving to Texas, so the house prices are shooting up. Not, well, I guess you could certainly find places where they're, 1.4 million, but it's not going to be a little 4-bedroom. It's going to be, mansions. Oof, yep. Similar where I grew up, Sacramento, crazy prices, just crazy. Regular John, high fiber is the trick. There we go. I love you guys. There we go. I'm renting my house so I can move to Texas easier. Mosquito. I reject you, mosquito, and substitute flowers. It's okay, Dina. It's a slow morning. It's Monday. We're all trying to get ready for the week. Drinking the coffee. All right. Hey, Dad, did you get out fishing again over the weekend? I guess I talked to you Friday night. Yeah. So whenever I'm driving someplace along, for like a classes, if I'm leaving Friday night and driving 4 hours somewhere, I give Mom and Dad a call. That's my call the parents time. Always a good time. All right, what else do we got going on? So, yeah, let's see, after the 12th, the next in-person class, like a plant walkabout, won't be until August 8th? August 6th, and that will be up in Dripping Springs. But there will be assorted online things, but one of the things I really need to do is I really need to start cracking on the book. I've been doing the low-hanging fruit on the new book, well, the revamped version of Idiot's Guide Foraging. Again, a reminder, Idiot's Guide Foraging is going to be re-released, next March under the name Adventure Guides Foraging. And all the recipes are going to be redone, and some of the plants are going to be redone. Let's see, when I was a kid, I had grandparents and great-grandparents. We called the grandparents regular, the great-grandparents unleaded. There we go. Oh, good morning, Jan. Just waiting for a bad storm approaching here in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's kind of the story here. And there's the sun, but it's going to be behind the tree or the house in a second. And there it goes again. And Jackie, good morning. And here in Florida, prices are shooting. Have a friend look for 4 months to buy a house. Each one snatched away at the last minute. Oh, good question, Joanne. Adventure Guides Foraging. Is there a place to pre-order? Not yet, but there will be. The one thing is they want to make sure, so they need my finished product in October so they can meet the printing and distribution things to have it released in March. So they're going to wait until October before, they're going to wait until they have my stuff before they start offering pre-orders on it. Does that make sense? Alright, hey, speaking of clean drugs, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy, the other is a little lighter. Okay, Jonathan. Yeah, it probably wasn't banned for vaccine, it was banned for dad jokes. Not bad jokes, dad jokes. Subtle difference between the two. Yeah, I can only imagine with the rain. Driving up to Dallas on Friday, it was periods of blinding rain and nothing, and blinding rain and nothing. Oh, yeah. Yep. 2 shoots and the elder. Yep. Well, actually, the elderflower recipe won't be in the book. Like I said, we're replacing it with others, so the easiest way to fix that is it won't be there. Kiri, I used to have a friend, died in her 90s. Her son had an hour-plus drive on Mondays, and so every Monday he called his mom, my friend, and chatted. Yep. Great, Chris. Will you get a better percentage from this version? Yeah. So this new one, I will actually get royalties from. So there's that. So it has the potential to do better for me if everyone goes out and buys a copy. Just saying. So, yeah. But I'm assuming you're saying but my jokes aren't all dirty. You just remember the dirty ones. That could be. Oh, a lot of hornets. Sorry, my phone just rang. What is this? Okay, just a second. Important dice. There's a swarm of hornets flying around my oak tree here. I'm wondering, as long as they're up there and not down here. So in the morning we get these little bitty tiny mosquitoes around here. And I don't even feel them land on me or bite until they fly away, and then it starts to itch. Thank you, Darlene. I'm excited about it. And if you're on Instagram, check out Mrs. Barnes, MRS period BARNES, Mrs. Barnes. She is doing all the food photography for me because she's absolutely amazing in that. Oh, what are you most excited about the updated version of your book? The recipes and the cooking stuff. Like I said, having it designed specifically for, well, two things. So the physical dimensions, instead of, the Idiot's Guide Foraging, it's a pretty big book. They are shrinking it down to more backpack accessible, so it's going to be thicker. So pretty much all the pictures are going to still be there, but the physical dimensions will be somewhat smaller, so it can fit in a backpack. And then, like I said, the recipes being designed for cooking when you're out in the wild for the most part. So, yep. So it will be, I know a lot of people like having it in their bug out bag and in their backpacking things and stuff like that. I think now it will be even easier to hike with and be more appropriate to hike with, because like I said, the recipes will be designed for basically cooking things in a metal cup. So pretty excited about that. And of course the royalties. But because I'm getting royalties on this one, I'm not getting the same, well, I got a little bit of an advance, mainly just enough to buy some new editing software. But so I don't have the guaranteed money that I did with the previous version, but hopefully because, how well the previous version did, this new one will do really, really well too. We'll see. Ooh, I'm going to need another backpack for all my backpack books. No, you need a backpacking goat, which you can strap the books to the goat. Dina, for all those Texas newcomers, let's see how long it takes before the sweltering heat and bugs show the ugly side. Welcome to Texas. I like the map that claims Oklahoma is Texas. For all of you moving to Texas, here's Texas. And, it's actually Oklahoma. Oof, good coffee this morning. Made it right. So, yep, I'm excited. I keep scheduling time to work on the book, and then other things come up, Medicine Man and stuff like that. And so I'm actually a lot stressed about it, but you gotta do what you can do. Oh, good point. Whoop. There we go. Backpacking goat would eat the books. That's a possibility. Oh, there we go. If I move to Texas, I'm going to get a donkey. Donkey can carry all the books, and in the morning, he can make me waffles. Layers like an onion. Oh, okay. Got it. I'll add that to my pros for getting a goat chart. Trying to convince myself it'll be worth breaking city code for. Definitely. Just claim it's an animal or an emotional support goat or something like that. Okay, age-old question. Is there something we can eat or take that repels bugs? Chiggers are bad, mosquitoes too. I even got a few horsefly bites. So the best is garlic. Lots of garlic, to the point where you have a cloud of garlic smell around you, because garlic works really well at interfering with the sensors of mosquitoes and chiggers and stuff. So yeah, it kind of boils down to, what do you want to smell like? But I did 2 episodes of Merriweather's World talking about insect repellents and what attracts mosquitoes, what to avoid. So a couple of things that attract mosquitoes: lactic acid. So when we're moving around doing stuff, your muscles are they're burning glucose and forming lactic acid, Some of the lactic acid gets pulled out by destroyed by the liver and flushed out the kidneys. Some just gets exuded in the sweat. But lactic acid is very much a mosquito attractant. Carbon dioxide. So while you're working out and moving and sweating, producing the lactic acid, you're also breathing heavy, which is attracting the mosquitoes too. So basically, running around outside, you produce the stuff that the mosquitoes go, oh, food. I'm gonna bite you. So yeah. Alright, the self-heal I started from seed last year still hasn't bloomed. It's in a container, so I put some in the ground, some in other containers in various places, still no blooms. What do you recommend? Are the leaves still beneficial? Yeah, actually the leaves are really good, strong medicine. I am a little confused about the lack of blooms, because like up in Dallas, most of it was done at the place where I was at. There were still some that had a few blooms on them, but like here in the Houston area, yeah, they're all the brown seed heads at this point. I don't know. Maybe it takes a year to really get established before it flowers. Let's remember, the mints also spread by roots. So, and self-heals in the mint family, it will spread not just by seeds, but it will also spread by roots. So maybe just leaving it in the ground and letting it grow and get strong is what's needed. But yeah, the leaves are pretty much just as good as the flowers when it comes to medicinal properties. Oh, here we go. Yes, actually llamas are the perfect hiking companions. They walk at the same pace as humans, are natural pack animals. They also are alert to things before humans sees them. Interesting. Okay. Are there any edible plants that would help with thrush on the tongue? So the thrush, that's a fungal infection, correct? So any of the antifungal, so elderberry flowers, just putting a mouthful of elderberry flowers, but even tea, the regular Cincinnati Lipton's tea, a really strong, like two tea bags instead of one, because the tannic acids and the tannins in the tea are antifungal. So that can help too. The capsaicin, the hot peppers, we talked about earlier, is antifungal, but usually thrush is something that the kids get, and they probably don't want to suck on a hot pepper. So elderberry, or tea, really strong tea that you gargle with it multiple times a day is probably one of the easiest ways of doing it. So just like I said, just a regular Lipton's regular tea made double strength and gargled multiple times during the day. My dad takes surfer tablets before he hunts. I'm assuming he means sulfur or surfer. Then we got Hawaii 5-0 again. Yeah, sulfur tablets. And I wonder, does he eat them or does he dust his body with them? Okay, I eat raw garlic every day, but my sweat is very pungent, but mosquitoes still love me. It could be the amount of lactic acid and carbon dioxide you're producing overrides the garlic side. So it does. Okay. So big news. So Mrs. Weather, she loves to dance. She was a competition ballroom dancer and all this sort of thing. And a dance studio recently here started, or is going to start, a West Coast swing class for adults if they can get 8 couples. So Mrs. Weather and I would be couple number 6. So if you're in the Woodlands wanting to take West Coast dance, it's Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Once they get 8 couples, they'll start the classes. But Mrs. Weather also understands that I like making her happy, and so I will dance, but I'm more of a free form sort of dancer, and she was asking if why would I dance with her, and it's well, because you're my wife, it's fun, it makes you happy, and it's some exercise, which led to, well, if you could do something other than dance for exercise, some sort of physical activity, what would you do? Well, they're in the Woodlands. There is a sword fighting academy. And on Monday nights, they do the European longsword training. Mrs. Weather was not interested in taking sword fighting classes, but I thought it would be interesting. But anyway, going back, probably end up taking dance again and West Coast swing. Okay. Scott, smell is the thing. For chiggers, instead of constantly using DEET repellents, I sulfur dust around my boots and my pant legs to the height of where I'll be brushing up against the woods. Just gardening sulfur dust, yep. Fill a pair of double-up socks and tie a knot in it. Leave it in a jar by the door. As you walk out in the morning, just grab the sock ball and bang it against your legs. Good to go. Yep, that is definitely old school and very effective. Speaking of old school and very effective, it's time for the group take. Yay! Group take, group take. All right. It's Monday. Got to undo the damage. Liver pill. Taking the liver pill. And the brain pill. Love the smell. The immune pill, because you still need an immune system. There's still things out there. So we're told. I'm going to wash some of this down here. Okay. Like I said, the libido pill. Family's on a break from that one. The blood pressure pill. I've actually noticed some dizziness when I stand up again, so I think my blood pressure is really dropping into the low area. So as much as I like taking the blood pressure pill for some of the anti-plaque and high density, low density lipid help, not going to take that. Definitely taking the serenity pill. Like I said, I got a bunch of things going on that are freaking me out. No, I'm going to take care of that. Uric acid, not a problem with me. And then the Stonebreaker kidney health pill. I said, now it looks like this will be out in July. So that's one of the things that has me stressed. All right. Okay, Dave Canterbury was testing a new camping gadget last weekend. It was a 3-piece hammock stand that attaches the trailer hitch of the vehicle. I'm probably going to have that, add that to my camping gear. Yes, those have been around for a while, and I've wanted one. So it's basically a Y that plugs into your trailer hitch, and then you hang your hammock between that, and so you can just kind of camp out in a hammock behind the vehicle. And yes, I've been wanting one of those for a very, very, very long time. They had another type where you have two poles with a flat plate on the bottom, and you drive and you park your tires on the flat plate, and then you have the pole sticking out kind of at a 45-degree angle, being held in place by the tire, and then you click your hammock to those two, and that would be good too. But now that I have the bigger vehicle and I have a little bit more room, I went and just got a camping cot. Luxury. Oh, luxury. I mean, I love hammocks because they're generally comfy, and they're easy to pack around. And so if I'm out hiking and carrying everything on my back, yeah, definitely a hammock. But if I'm car camping, this cot is the bee's knees. Oh, yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I still am tempted by that trailer hitch hammock rig. Yes, Jennifer, that's what we call my dancing. It is freeform dancing. Yep, I was thinking of you, Melanie. when I was reading about the class. And so it's the HEMA, Historical European Martial Arts, or something like that. And so they do reenactments and all that sort of thing too. But yeah, the English longsword. The school started out mainly as just fencing, so the épée, the rapier, and the saber. But then these guys come in and rent the space on Monday nights to teach, longsword. And I'm thinking that's kind of cool. And it's good exercise. Melanie, I'm sure yeah. So when it comes to exercise, I need something to motivate me. And so what I really like are the martial arts, boxing. I was looking for some sort of stick fighting classes for me and my walking stick, like a staff fighting, quarterstaff type stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I like the idea of the English or the European longsword. I guess it's Germanic longsword fighting. So we'll see if we do swing, West Coast swing, or Mrs. Weather does West Coast swing, or some other dance, because she likes the exercise she gets from dance. And they also have like private classes, and she was thinking she could do her private dance class, and I could do my private sword fighting class, and we'd both be healthy, even if it wasn't doing things together. So we'll see. Scott, while I despise becoming a guinea pig for science, I'm willing to try your brain pill for my tinnitus. I will order them today and keep you in the loop as the effectiveness. Yeah, that'll be interesting, because the lion's mane may help some with that. No guarantees. FDA warning, insert here. Yeah, but I'm curious. I'm mentally running through my head right now some other herbs that might help with that. If any. I think the blood pressure pill. Just spitballing here. Herbal spitballing. Ew. But yeah. But definitely, yeah, let me know. Hey, April, you're here. How you doing? Yeah, Tim. Yep, people are getting stress shingles recently. Gotta go Serenity. Yep. Like I said, they've been around for a while. Dave Canterbury doesn't invent anything new. He just grabs an idea from someone else and slaps his name on it. So, yeah, that being said, I've been looking at those hammock stands for a while. But like I said, once I got the Forerunner and had the room, got me a cot, that's fine. All right. Okay. It's after 8. I need to get moving here. Hey, Tracy. Snuck in at the end here. Hey, Julie. Treadmill in this morning. Yeah. There's a longsword guy. Not on Rayford Sawdust. They're on Robinson Road. So if you go west on the Woodlands Parkway from I-45, you go past the mall and everything. If you go east on the Woodlands Parkway, that's actually Robinson Road, and it's down that. So, yeah. Kimberly teaches battle spoon class. Doc teaches stick fighting. Enroll me. Most definitely. All right. I need to get things set up for the next one. So, like I said, Instagram.com, The Muscle Maven. MUSCLEMAVEN or AN. Ashley Van Houten. 9 o'clock today, talking about sage and its medicinal properties. All right. Yep. Be excellent to one another. That is today's week. All right. Inhale, exhale. Mom, Dad, love you. Tribe, love you. This I say unto you, love one another as I love you. Quoting Jesus there. All right, everyone. End broadcast.